YouTube, what's going on? It's Marcus. Today's video, I'll be doing kind of like an updated settings. Settings I believe are best for controller players, in my personal opinion. Now, there is a little flip flop here of what you genuinely can do. Sorry for the background noise if y'all hear any. I say it all the time on my videos. I live on a main street, so you're probably gonna hear cars when I'm talking. But um, you can flip flop between two senses personally. And that is, I'll show you guys the top stuff in a second. Let me go to controller real quick. I am on 5.5 steady. I do believe that is the best, but there's a lot of people that rock 4.3 steady. So if you wanted to use this, you could. If you don't like a faster sense, you kind of like it a little bit slower, I would rock 4.3. I do believe Zerbo uses this, if anyone knows who that is. He's like one of the best, if not the best controller player on Apex. So um he rocks 4.3. I like it a little bit faster, so I'm on 5.5. And those are the two that I would flop between, see if you like them, and go from there. But let's start. Interact prompt style. I don't know why this is on default because I usually have it on compact. I must have accidentally hit that when I was trying to like leave the game when we died or something. Button hints I have off. This basically just kind of shows like what platform you're on, like what your keybinds are or whatever your controller layout is at the bottom. Not really needed. I'm pretty sure these are the default ones. I don't think there's anything different with those. This is also normal. I've never tried faded. I might try that. This is the kill feed. I don't know a single person that has the kill feed turned off. It's kind of weird, but mini map rotation. I do advise to turn this on. I said this in my last settings video. I feel like this makes looking at the mini map 20 times easier. Would 100% recommend to put this on. Uh, Personally, like I said, I think it just makes it easier to look at the mini map. This I have off. Uh, yeah, I do not want it to auto swap my weapons for me. Absolutely not. Auto sprint I do have on. This is good if you have stick drift, uh, like myself. But even when I buy brand new controllers, I just keep it on. I don't know. I'm just used to it at this point. Double tap sprint. This is actually another good thing you probably could use if you have like very bad stick drift. Um, Jetpack control. I mean, I don't play Valkyrie, but I do got it on hold. I think it's just easier to just hold the button, let go of it, besides just like tapping it. But personal preference there. 3D is the default. Nothing too crazy about that. Taking damage closes death box. I actually have this off. I do not like that it just takes me out of death boxes when I get shot. I am glad that this is a thing. Um, Makes armor swapping easier if you're getting shot. You can grab some ammo real quick, grab some bats or something. Like if you're, full HP and you're trying to loot, you get shot, it doesn't take you out, you can grab something quick. It's cool. Hop up, pop up. If you've been playing the game for a long time, turn this off. You don't need it at all. This basically just shows what a turbo does, what hammer points does. You know what all those do, if you've been playing the game. So this, useless. Just turn it off. Streamer mode, I don't have this on at all. Um, I just don't see a reason for it for myself. Anonymous mode, same thing. I don't turn this on. If you ever see me in one of your games, you will know it's me. I'll be in your kill feed. I do not play with that on. Um, I honestly have no clue what this does, but reading by the description, okay. Cross-platform, obviously got that on. Performance display, I would turn this on. In the top right corner, it shows your ping. If you have any packet loss and stuff like that. I think like everyone has this on, but if you don't, I would recommend to put that on. Club invites, communication filter. This is kind of just personal preference, really. Now, reticle color. This is where I believe is the best color for the reticle, and this would be orange. This bright orange, I feel like, absolutely slaps. Um, Now you probably might be thinking, the lava on like World's Edge or something. I promise it's so easy to tell the difference between this orange and the lava orange. I do believe like the lava is a little bit darker, like it's more on this side. So this bright orange does like stick out, um, way more than anything. So I do feel like it is pretty easy to tell. So you can still see it. I don't know, to some people that might be hard to see, but for me that is clear as all day to see that. But even if you go darker, I feel like it's way harder to see if it's darker. But if you guys aren't a fan of orange, the second best color that I could recommend is honestly just this default right here. This one doesn't look like anything on the map. Not a single thing. It's different from the sky, different from everything. So that is probably another color that I would recommend if you guys are not a fan of the orange. And my laser sight is kind of like this cream orange. Not fully orange to match the reticle, but just a little bit on the more white side than anything. And that is what I believe are the best. I feel like it just goes with everything. Like I said, if you can't really see too well, I guess the orange might not be that good for the lava situation, but I feel like it's pretty easy to tell the difference. Colorblind, I do not have on at all. I have it off. I know a lot of people rock with this one. I feel like this is probably like the fan favorite one. I have it off. Subtitle size, all this stuff is just default. I don't mess with any of this. I don't care to. Controller, button layout, button puncher. I will never understand why people are still sliding with circle instead of the joystick. That's just me though. I think sliding with the joystick is, I mean, it makes your game 700 times easier. And yeah, I don't understand how or why people still slide with circle, but I do feel like if you could get used to that, you probably should try. Crouch, I have it on toggle. I know a lot of people use hold. Yet again, this is very personal preference. But I feel like toggle is more for if you have like a standard controller. You don't got like paddles or none of that stuff. And I feel like hold is good if you have like paddles and stuff. Aim on hold, obviously. I don't know anyone who toggles their aim. Survival slot button, I do have off. So in order for me to use a heat shield or an evac, I have to go into my inventory because I like to mess around with my heirlooms. L2, R2 button, dead zone is just default, not too crazy. Menu cursor speed, I would turn this all the way up. If you can get used to how fast, you move around in, like, death boxes and, settings like I am right now, menu cursor speed is amazing. You can instantly go to the armor swap. Back to this, like I said, 5.5 or 4.3 I think is, the best. 4.3, 5.5 steady. I have my look desert on none. I know some people have it on small. I'm more of a none person. My vibration is off. I convinced one of my friends to actually turn this off a long time ago, and he got way, he said that his long range got way better. He could beam from farther distance, and you definitely can. If you are struggling with shooting from, 70 meters or so, 100 meters, turn this off. Big difference. Brightness, I have right here. Fun fact about me, I actually used to play with this all the way down, and this is how dark it looks. Here's... Did I enable that? No, I didn't. I didn't think so. There it goes. This is how dark everything looks. As you can see, it is very dark. I don't know why I used to play with it all the way down, but I just did. And when I would stream, no one could really see my screen, so I had to turn it up at one point. Field of view, I would 100% put it at 110. I think the lowest you should be going is 100. Anything lower than that, I kind of feel like it chalks you. The only person I know that is good that plays lower than 100 is Shiv FPS. And that is about it, because I think he's at 90, I believe. So, yeah, there's that. In audio, this is all personal preference. I got my dialogue turned to about halfway almost. Master and sound effects, I got all the way up. Music, I have turned all the way down, because most of the time, when I'm playing Apex, I'm listening to my own music through my headset, so, I don't want to hear, like, the game's music and mine mixing together, and, that's really about it for that. I know there's a lot of, like, soundtracks that are good in a game, but dialogue, you could genuinely turn this all the way off. The only problem is you won't be able to hear, like, the, third-party, quips that come on when you do, when you are getting third-party, so that is kind of an L, but My biggest things that I would say change if you haven't is definitely your field of view, no lower than 100. This, I would try to get used to sliding with the joystick instead of circle. I would turn this up, easier for armor swapping. And I would turn vibration off, so you can beam from longer distances. It does help a great amount. And I would also recommend auto sprint if you have like a messed up joystick. If your left one is messed up, at least, because it will help you run. Like if you're having trouble sprinting, like myself, actually currently right now, my controller is extremely messed up, so uh, that helps a very good amount, because if I didn't have that on, I probably would dead slide every 5 seconds. There is my settings. We actually did recently just hit a nice 132,000 kills. Expect a video about 20,000 shotgun kills and 30,000 kills as kill leader soon. I'll be making 2 separate videos about those. And as always, I appreciate the support. It is Marcus. Stay safe. Have a good day or night, depending on when you're watching this. And if you enjoyed, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. And peace.